Peace and love, you magnificent wonders of the spiritual level of being. Nathan here from the spiritual level of being, and you have a spiritual level of being. And today I want to discuss Genesis 19. Most churches skip this story as it is bloody horrible. Now, I'm going to explain the meaning of this story, and it's a horrible meaning at that. So, welcome to Explaining Weird Bible Stories Part 3. Genesis 19, the sinfulness of Sodom. When the two angels came to Sodom that evening, Lot was sitting at the city gate. As soon as he saw them, he got up and went to meet them. He bowed down before them and said, "Sirs, I am here to serve you. Please come to my house. You can wash your feet and stay the night. In the morning you can get up early and go on your way." But they answered, "No, we will spend the night here in the city square." He kept on urging them, and finally they went with him to his house. Lot ordered his servants to bake some bread and prepare a fine meal for the guest. When it was ready, they ate it. Before the guest went to bed, the men of Sodom surrounded the house. All the men of the city, both young and old, were there. They called out to Lot and asked, "Where are the men who came to stay with you tonight? Bring them out to us." The men of Sodom wanted to have sex with them, so wanted to rape these angels. Lot went outside and closed the door behind him. He said to them, "Friends, I beg you, don't do such a wicked thing. Look, I have 2 daughters who are still virgins. Let me bring them out to you, and you can do whatever you want with them. But don't do anything to these men. They are guests in my house, and I must protect them." So this is getting worse. He's just offered up his 2 virgin daughters, so they'll be young girls, to be raped by a group of men, the whole city basically. It's pretty fucked up. Also, angels here are eating and acting like normal people, ready to go to bed. But they said, "Get out of our way, you foreigner. Who are you to tell us what to do? Out of our way, or we will treat you worse than them." They pushed Lot back and moved up to break down the door. But the 2 men inside reached out, pulled Lot back into the house and shut the door. Then they struck all the men outside with blindness, so that they couldn't find the door. Now, this actual story here, even if you go by the Quran, you get a hint of this. God destroyed this city because they're the first people to practice homosexuality. And this story is meant to say how homosexuality is evil. So it's ancient bigotry, basically, that we're condemning gay people and saying that they're evil rapists, basically. This is not true. A lot of the rape that was going on was by arguably straight males, as they were going out conquering. Also bisexual men. Bisexuality was very, very common back then. People were rooting males and females all the time. In ancient Greece, it was seen as a sign of brotherhood, and females were allowed to have anal sex, and they were still considered virgins as long as they didn't have sex in the vagina. So, but basically, we're going off track. This story here is condemning gay people, basically, saying that they're evil, and that this city here is the first to practice homosexuality. This displeased God as they weren't repenting for their sins, so he's destroyed the city. And he sent these angels as a test, and they want to rape these male angels, as they were gay. So, this is what this story is about. So, again, written by man. Peace and love, everyone. I love you all. Connect to your mind, and soul. Namaste.